Alright, so,
Yeah, what's our slip?
in your stack now, you should be left with 3 pages. You're gonna take those others with you, so move them kinda to the side. You should be left with Avid Week teacher information sheet, and then an email from me that has all the stuff I still need, and then a thing that says block 1, 2, and 3, and 4. That's all you're looking at right now, those 3 sheets. The second and third sheet you're gonna leave in here. Okay, you're not gonna take it with you. But this top one is your cheat sheet for next week. You know how when your children came home and if it was important, you put it on the refrigerator? Well, I'm gonna ask you to put this in an important place in your room so you can look back through it. On Monday, you're gonna receive that treat, and at about 9 o'clock, all the Avid students are gonna go down to the stadium. We're gonna have field day. I need you to really pay attention to number 3. Right now, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association says there is a 25% chance of rain on Monday. If it is raining on Monday, I'm gonna flip-flop next week's Monday and Wednesday event. In other words, if you signed up for a student to come teach a mini lesson and it's raining Monday, they're gonna come Monday, and we're gonna do field day on Wednesday. Okay? Number 4, I would like for you to now check that inventory list. It's that second page. It's front and back. And look and see what you volunteered to bring me, front and back. If you volunteered to bring me something, either an object or money for pizza, I need it tomorrow or Friday. We're coming up here Sunday to set up, and I need all that stuff by then. So I'm gonna give you a minute to go through this, front and back. If I screwed up on the back and did not circle your name and put paid by it, and you already have paid me, please let me know. I apologize. If it's got a star by it, I still need it. And nobody's signed up for it, or not enough people. So I'm gonna give you just a minute. Then you might wanna write that on your cheat sheet somewhere.
So if it, like the 40 empty pizza boxes, if it doesn't have a star, does that mean you have all 40? Or
Well,
still
I
need
was
more?
gonna mention that one, I need 20 more. Y'all please eat some pizza, I need 20 more.
I don't know that I can do 20 this week, but
They're gonna run inside.
Probably 12 by 8.
Yeah, 12 feet.
12 feet long.
Yeah,
probably.
yeah, that'd be great. That'd be
Actually,
great.
loving, would that be?
Yeah, just come up and tell me afterwards so I can write it down.
They're already here, and just where do you want to
In my office. Okay.
The beanbag toss cornhole?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Don't, if you're gonna do one of these things, thank you so much, but don't tell me right now, I won't remember. Stay after, and I've got my sheet up here. Which reminds me, if I call out your name, you gotta stay after anyway. You've been good. Bell, Linda Bell, Candace Martin, Aaron Cottingham, Joy Fisher, Missy Cook, Destiny Johnson, Katie Boring, Tracy James, Kathy Busby, Nicole Blodow, Shane Vickery, Kathy Berry Burns, Hungerford Worst, Holly Brown, James Turn, and Angie New. Alright, so, somewhere on your cheat sheet, if you're gonna bring me something, would you write that down so you won't forget, and I need it by Thursday or Friday. Alright, let's go to Tuesday. Tuesday is when you visit an Avid tutorial. On your desk, on your table, write down, not in your stack. There are 2 of these sheets. They have your name on it and when you're going and where. You need to write that down. Look at this sheet on your table, then write it down under Tuesday. You can even, like Miss Winchester can call out everybody for her whole table. Miss Lagerstrom could do that. Mr. Bradshaw could do that for everybody at their table.
so we're good.
And there's a place for you to write that down under Tuesday. If you're not on there, guidance, go any time frame you want to. So we ready? We ready to move on to Wednesday? If you signed up for a student to teach a mini lesson, I have given you that. It's in your stack of 3 sheets of paper. It'll tell you what teacher is sending a student to your classroom to do a mini lesson and what block. And so I've got a place for you to write that down on your cheat sheet too. Some of you chose not to have a student come in and teach a mini lesson. That's okay. If you still want them to, I don't know, it might be too late. But if you had signed up, your name's on here, and put that down. And who remembers what I said was important about Wednesday? I may flip-flop it if it's raining Monday. So you might get those kids coming in Monday if it's raining. All right, Thursday. It's the Avid Showcase Day. That's the day people from all over the state will be coming here if they don't know anything about Avid. And Avid is bringing people from the regional office that know a whole lot about Avid, that are seeing if we're ready for our coaching visit to go forward with national demonstration status. So just a couple of things to remember. Have an Avid strategy ready on that day. We've been talking about this for months. Let your lesson plans indicate that. Now, here's what always happened at Robert Anderson. Every time Debbie Davenport, I had the best strategy and they came right after I finished. You know, and that may happen because you can't do that same strategy for 90 minutes. If that does happen, already in your mind have a student picked out that if you've already finished that strategy, if you have a visitor come in, ask that student to get up, go to the door, introduce themselves while you keep teaching. They're going to tell, this is a Algebra 2 class, welcome. We just finished a strategy on tic-tac-toe. And they can tell them a little bit about it. So already in your mind, have somebody ready in case you're not teaching that strategy while they come in. Have your door sign ready. I gave y'all these earlier. I also sent it electronically. I also know you're like me and can't find either one of those, so I made 50 extra copies. This needs to be on your door Thursday at the beginning of the day. And it tells who you are, what strategy you're doing, blah, 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 and which one of the WICOR you can check off. Okay? And that's over here. And make sure your College Corner is ready. And if your students are taking notes, make sure they're taking C notes. And then Friday. Probably going to be one of the most emotional days in all of my 35 years of teaching, and I have 35 days left. But it will be, I know it is. And so I told Curtis I'm not going to speak much because I'll do this. Because y'all know I'm passionate about it. And so Friday is signing day, and I squalled at the football signing day, so I can't even imagine this one. But one thing that we've added this year that I think is so cool, where the 35 Avid seniors are going, they revealed to me secretly. What they don't know is I invited the president of all of those universities. Now, there are 13 different places. I've had 4 presidents say they're coming. 1 is not sending a representative. And 2 others, the president can't come, but they're sending someone. But I don't want the kids to know that. I'm going to surprise the kids with that. And I think that's pretty amazing that I've got people traveling more than 2 or 3 hours to come up here. So anyway, that's Friday. If you are one of those teachers that a student has picked you, I've already talked to you, and so you know that things are going to be a little bit different with your first and second block class. Now, I have a couple of wicker tracker posters over here if you want one of those to hang up. I wouldn't even hang one if you're going to hang it and it be empty. I have a few West Side Reflective Learning Log posters. Remember, we did a little bit about that at the beginning of the year. If you wanted to hang that, just in case. Now, do you have any questions for me about next week? Mr. Smith?
Yes, ma'am. I just want to follow up to that by just saying thank you, Ms. Dobbins, for all the hard work that she's put into making next week happen. I know, I've known it for a long time that Abbott's been a passion of hers, and this is just a great way to showcase what our kids do, what you guys do in the classroom. So first block, you know, Mr. Bradshaw may have had the best first block that he has ever had today. I mean, he may feel like he crushed it, but that's not gonna make the 6 o'clock news, unfortunately. The bad things about school make the news, but a good day in the classroom doesn't. And this is a great way to bring attention, bring some of the public in, to see the good things that our kids are doing, to see the good things that you're doing in the classroom. So I'm really excited for that opportunity next week, and thank Ms. Dobbins for making that happen. We're really gonna miss her when she hangs it up in a couple of years. 35 days. Also, and Ms. Roberts may touch on this a little bit, but I hope you guys had a good break and you're well rested, because we are in the final stretch here. Very, very, very important stretch. 3 weeks from tomorrow is senior night. And then the next day is senior exams, and that next Monday is senior exams. So graduation will be here before you know it. So it's very important that we're, I know we've got life going on, very, very important that we're here every day for our kids, that we're doing everything we can to try to get them across the finish line. If you got a Fab 50 kid, I know we haven't, I don't think we brought that up the last couple of team meetings, and that's on me, but follow up with them this week before the week is over. I know I was thinking about some kids today, not my 2 Fab 50, but just a couple of other kids. Man, I haven't seen them in a while. That's not good. And I know we just came off a break, but reach out to those kids and just touch base with them, see if there's any way that you can help them, because we're in that critical stretch here. So, Mr. Roberts.
Again, myself and Swift too, and echo that I hope everybody had a good spring break. Hope you didn't do anything but did things that you wanted to do. But this is like the final stretch, all the things that the kids will work hard for, we work hard for. So again, whatever we can do to make this, we had a great year, I think, so we just need to work to finish. And again, it kind of goes off of what we're saying too, like with students and the things that I probably do a bad job of not reporting the good stuff that happens at West Side, just because I always think, well, we do a whole bunch of good stuff every day. You know, really things that I don't even know about that we're doing, but I got an email over the break that Lee Yang, y'all know Lee Yang? Mm-hmm. Okay, Lee Yang is a
Dell Scholar.
Dell Scholar. So that means she's gonna end up getting,
She gets $20,000 a year. She gets a Dell computer, laptop. She gets her scholarship, and then she gets just a multitude of resources. Even after she graduates, the collegiality of all the Dell Scholars, they help them, they follow them and help them get those good jobs.
and she's the only one that.
No,
She's one
there's
of
two in
one
Anderson,
of
two in South Carolina this year.
One of two in South Carolina. So those are the things that independents should be knocking my door down about, Mandy Gates and all them folks that want to sometimes talk to me about things that people say about us that are not true. When I say us, if you West Side, you West Side. So again, those are the things that, and I think a couple years ago, Sydney Thompson was a winner too, a couple years ago, and she's the only one in South Carolina. So, and it didn't just happen because Lee is a great kid if you know her, but the whole group helped raise her. You know, she's just kind of one of those kids. So again, I appreciate your efforts. And not just Lee, she's just the one I got the information about. I also want to quickly talk about prom. Prom is another one of those things where we definitely gonna need support from the faculty staff just to chaperone. You know, again, when you're chaperoning me, you know, by myself, I can chaperone the 4th and 5th grade dance. You just, cause most of the kids, the boys, they not dancing, they just run around and slide on the floor. You hope they don't trip somebody up. And